This video is brought to you by TS4U IT Engineering Bootcamp. Are you looking for an IT bootcamp? In your journey with TS4U, you will get workshops and tasks every week, hands-on practice, technical tests and tasks, show and tell, mock interview. And we get paid fully only when you get a job. You can get affordable student loan. Become eligible for free tuition. We offer industry-demanding IT boot camps. Join now and start your IT engineering journey today with TS4U.
So now we have the NLB. So, so what is your skill set on NLB, and can you describe how AWS NLB distributes incoming network traffic across multiple destinations, such as EC2 instance or IP addresses?
Yeah, so basically we have the ALBs and NLBs, right? And previously we had the CLB. So the CLB was able to do do both of the things, like do the network load balancing and the application load balancing as well. But now that AWS actually retired that, we only have options for the NLB and the ALB, and we had another one for the gateway load balancer, but that's we actually don't use that in our environment. Okay, so for the auto scaling groups and all the other setups, the managed setups, we use the ALB, but we have a specific use case for the NLB, that is routing traffics to our Kubernetes clusters. Okay, so why we use NLB is a very nice question, because we had a bottleneck on the application load balancing side. Okay, since we use the multi-cluster environment, so in order to route traffics for from both the clusters back and forth, we needed a lot of bandwidth. Okay, so in order to implement that, we actually used the NLB. So what NLB actually offered us is a layer 4 routing. Okay, so if we saw that, okay, if we want just the traffics with no intelligence, okay, as we know, the layer 7 load balancing actually has some intelligence. It can read the HTTP headers that the user says, and it can route traffics based on the paths, based on the host, but this actually costs some time. But we actually didn't need to do that in case of our inter-cluster networking. Okay, so for that reason, we actually went for the NLB, which were launched as the ingress of our Kubernetes clusters. So with those ingresses, we are able to receive a lot of traffics, but those were just network traffics, because NLB is just a layer 4 load balancer, right? So it only gets traffic and it knows where to route it. It doesn't do the path-based routing or host-based routing or the fancy header reads as well. So it just routes traffic. So we just needed that. So that's why we actually use the NLB to route all of our users' traffic on the inter-cluster setup, and that worked pretty great for us. All right. So because we just needed the routings and a lot of bandwidth for our application. So NLB provided us, and the latency was great. So we didn't have any issues operating between clouds and operating between Kubernetes clusters. So that's how we used NLB in our application.
Excellent. Okay, so